All right, let's talk about something that's all around us, but most of the time, completely invisible. It's this huge network that connects everything from the watch on your wrist to the very cities we live in. We're going to pull back the curtain on the Internet of Things. Have you ever really thought about it? You go for a run, you come back, and boom, all your stats are right there on your phone. It feels like magic, right? Well, that little bit of everyday magic is the perfect entry point for what we're about to get into. So to really get how that works, we have to start with the big question. What in the world is the Internet of Things? You see the term everywhere, IoT, but what does it actually mean? Okay, so at its core, the IoT is all about making normal, everyday stuff, well, smart. We're talking about connecting these objects to the internet, and yeah, that lets us control them, which is cool. But the real breakthrough is that it lets them talk to each other and get things done all on their own. And, this is a massive shift in how the world works. For the longest time, communication was pretty simple. It was people talking to people, or maybe a person telling a device what to do. But IoT, it introduces this whole new conversation. Machines talking directly to other machines. M2M. That right there, that's the whole ballgame. And here's a fun fact. While it feels super modern, this idea has been around for a while. A technologist named Kevin Ashton actually coined the term Internet of Things way back in 1999. It's just taken us a couple of decades for the tech to finally catch up to that big vision. So how does this whole network of smart stuff actually work? Well, the best way to think about it is like a super fast, high-tech relay race for data. And pretty much every IoT system, no matter how simple or complex, follows 4 basic steps. First, you have sensors that sense something about the world around them. Maybe it's the temperature in a room, your location, or your heart rate. Second, they connect to a network to send that information along. Third, that data gets processed, usually in the cloud where powerful computers look for patterns and insights. And finally, that useful information is delivered back to you or to another device so it can take action. So remember that. Sense, connect, process, deliver. That's the journey. Now that second step, the connect part, is absolutely crucial. And it's definitely not a one-size-fits-all kind of deal. You can think of it like devices speaking different wireless languages, and you've got to pick the right one for the right situation. Broadly speaking, these languages fall into 2 big buckets. You've got your short-range connections for things that are close together, like all the smart devices in your house, and then you've got long-range connections for when your devices are spread out over miles, like sensors on a massive farm. Okay, so let's go back to our fitness tracker mystery. How does it talk to your phone? It's using a star player of short-range tech, Bluetooth Low Energy, or BLE. It is specifically designed to send tiny bits of data without using a lot of battery, and that is why your watch can last for days on just one charge. Now, on the complete opposite end of the scale, you have something like LoRaWAN. That stands for Low Power Wide Area Network. This stuff is built to send small bits of data over incredible distances. We're talking miles. It's perfect for things like air quality sensors spread all over a smart city. And what this really shows us is that it's all about trade-offs. Sure, Wi-Fi's fast, you can stream movies with it, but it burns through power. On the other hand, BLE and LoRaWAN are amazingly efficient, but they're made for sending small packets of data, not big files. It really is about picking the right tool for the job. So look, this isn't just some abstract theory or techie jargon. This invisible network is already stitched into the world we live in every single day. You just have to know where to spot it. I mean, the most obvious places probably are smart homes, right? Your thermostat talks to your lights, your security camera sends an alert to your phone. It's all IoT. And that network even extends to our own bodies. Every wearable device tracking our steps, our sleep, our health, those are all tiny little IoT sensors gathering data. It's happening on our roads too. You've got connected cars and smart traffic lights that are all talking to each other to figure out traffic flow in real time, helping to cut down on annoying traffic jams. And it just keeps scaling up, all the way to entire cities. We're talking about smart grids that manage energy more efficiently and systems that monitor water to prevent waste. It's all working behind the scenes to make our cities better places to live. Now, all of this sounds pretty incredible, doesn't it? But, like any truly powerful technology, this connected future has 2 sides. There's amazing promise, and there's also some serious peril. We really have to look at the whole picture. On one hand, the promise is just, wow, a world with incredible automation, amazing efficiency, But on the other hand, the peril is real. How do you keep billions of devices secure from hackers? How do you manage systems that are this complex? And what happens if we become so dependent on this network and it goes down? The ultimate vision here is a future where, as one expert described it, everything just gets smarter and our communication becomes truly informative, all of it working together to make things better. Which really leaves us with a big question, doesn't it? As we barrel towards a future with not just billions, but maybe trillions of connected devices, how do we find that balance? How do we enjoy all the convenience of a smarter world without giving up our security and our privacy? That is the critical challenge we all have to figure out together.